Right now at 10, bound over for trial. A Viroqua man is in court for allegedly causing an accident while driving drunk. And La Crosse officials urge residents to be mindful when planning any fireworks celebrations. Plus, fostering senior connections. The Holman Area Community Center hosts their second ever Holman Get-Together.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. The Viroqua man allegedly involved in a drunk driving accident is bound over for trial. 38-year-old Brett Burkham faces 5 charges, including OWI causing injury. According to the criminal complaint, back in April, he was driving drunk when he crashed into another vehicle. The victim was taken to the hospital with severe injuries. Blood tests later revealed Burkham had a blood alcohol content of nearly 0.25. A Vernon County judge found probable cause to hold him for trial. If convicted, Burkham faces a maximum of 33 years in jail. Democrats are highlighting former President Donald Trump's apparent disdain for the city of Milwaukee. In his Thursday meeting with Republicans, Trump reportedly called Milwaukee a, quote, horrible city. With Wisconsin as a key swing state in the election, the Democratic National Committee has already put up billboards across Milwaukee noting that remark. Now, Wisconsin congressional Republicans have made differing statements since this came out. Derek Van Orden of the 3rd District said Trump's remark was about Milwaukee's crime rate. Scott Fitzgerald, closer to the Milwaukee area, said it was about election concerns. And Brian Stile initially said Trump never said the phrase and has since said Trump said it about specific issues in the city. Trump will be in Milwaukee next month for the Republican National Convention. Western Technical College will receive over $2 million to boost enrollment completion rates. U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin announced the money comes from a rural post-secondary and economic development grant that's included in this year's government funding bill. The grant will help Western Technical College connect students to in-demand regional careers. Western Technical's plan involves collaborating with local schools and businesses to design a program tailored to rural students.
Well, it's a fantastic Friday here. Low humidity, some clouds in the afternoon, plenty still of sun and light winds. That's the good news. Our temperatures are pretty close to where we should be, a degree or 2 here, but overall the dew points were in the low 50s, so it felt very comfortable. Won't be the change, but we'll see some cloud cover as you go about your morning hours. Still rain free for at least noon through La Crosse, climbing up to 70. Notice the winds beginning to increase. Still humidity levels still quite low. Eau Claire may be seeing a shower closer to noon. Otherwise, waking up with increasing clouds as we go throughout the morning, getting up to 71. That's really the story. The high cirrus will begin to increase overnight, keeping the temperatures from dropping too much more than the mid to upper 50s as you wake up. All that rain that's out to the west will struggle to make it further to the east than really about Minneapolis overnight. So we should stay dry. The bad news is, yeah, you won't need the AC as we go on to Saturday. But I'm going to break down, it's a different story as you go into Sunday, as once the sun comes out, the heat and humidity start to increase. We'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
Thank you, Greg. You might have heard or seen fighter jets flying all over La Crosse today. And that's because pilots were preparing for the big Deke Slayton Air Fest at the La Crosse Regional Airport this weekend. Officials anticipate over 10,000 people will be flooding into the airport over Saturday and Sunday for Air Fest. Today, pilots geared up for their air show routines ahead of the big show. One pilot has spent 25 years traveling across the United States performing for thousands. He says that everything they do in the air is based on what's happening outside the plane,
so that you can basically become really comfortable with the surrounding terrain. And then we're trying to make the perfect performance, and to be able to do that you have to know sort of every piece of pavement and every blade of grass on the runway.
Goulian says traveling across the country to perform at various shows has started to feel like being part of a big family. Airfest gates open at 9 a.m. tomorrow with the show set for noon. Well, some of the spectators today got to watch the practice show from inside one of the planes. Some active duty service members and our own Greg Barnhart were invited to ride along in Fat Albert, the Blue Angels C-130 support plane, during that practice show. For about 8 to 10 minutes, the plane practiced some flyovers at different altitudes. And the plane also climbed at 150 knots and pushed the nose over so the passengers could feel a little G-force. It won't be long before fireworks light the sky to celebrate the summer. And that's why public safety officials want everyone who's planning to celebrate to do it safely and legally. La Crosse police always expect complaints over unscheduled fireworks this time of year.
Most of our complaints come through June and August, specifically targeted around that week of the 4th of July, the week leading up to, and then the week of.
The area businesses selling fireworks around town have permits to do so, but city residents can't just choose anything off the shelf.
So anything that leaves the ground, anything that explodes, or something that we don't want.
The city's website breaks down the products you do and don't need a permit for. But even once you have all your legal ducks in a row, Gunderson officials say to be mindful when it's celebration time.
When you go to shoot them off, make sure anybody who's around you is maintaining a safe distance away from you. Make sure you're only doing one at a time. Don't light it while you're holding it.
Emergency room visits from fireworks do happen. Wisconsin's Department of Health Services reports 2022 saw more than 100 ER visits related to firework injuries.
Common injuries are definitely burns to the face and hands. We also see eye injuries at times.
La Crosse PD says if residents see illegal firework activity, it's best to be a good witness.
Get as much information you can, where the person might be staying, what they might be wearing, where they went to, what they look like, just to help us do our job.
And of course, good judgment always goes a long way.
If we are celebrating, and shooting off fireworks, we shouldn't be drinking alcohol or anything else that can impair our judgment.
We don't want to ruin people's fun, but we want to make sure that people are educated and staying safe.
Now, the city of La Crosse emphasizes it's illegal to use fireworks that leave the ground or explode in the city. Broadly, health officials say to be mindful of others because fireworks explosions can adversely affect veterans and pets. We'll have a link to more safety resources on all of our digital platforms. Families in Trempealeau got to learn a new skill today. The Trempealeau National Wildlife Refuge hosted a family archery program this morning. It was a chance for families to learn the basics, like how to properly stand while shooting a bow and, of course, how to aim. While archery is commonly thought of as a tool for hunting, one refuge ranger says there's more to the craft.
Archery too is a ability, something that people can try. It's not only a outdoor sport or recreational activity, it's also an Olympic sport and many people do it.
And by the end of the program, participants could show off what they learned by trying to shoot some balloons. Tonight, the Holmen Area Community Center is hosting their second Holmen Get-Together. The event is aimed at fostering connections between seniors in the area. Tonight's theme, Summer Blues, featuring line dancing, live music by Prairie Smoke, and of course, some summer-themed foods and mocktails. The executive director of the community center says it's a great way to rally the community.
And so this is an opportunity that we can reach out to the whole public of Holmen to come and to get together.
Local artist Betsy Minthen also showcased some of her work at the event. The get-togethers are hosted 4 times a year. That's once per season, and each one has a different theme. A Trump-era ban overturned. The Supreme Court rules on a rifle accessory used to increase a semi-automatic's rate of fire.
I'm a mom of 2 healthy children, and I'm also an OBGYN who had to end a wanted pregnancy because my baby was very sick. I got the call from my doctor, and he said my baby wouldn't survive. So my husband and I made the decision to have an abortion. That's not a decision for any politician, including Donald Trump. Women need access and should have access to all of their options. Donald Trump wants to criminalize women for making a healthcare decision, even if it saves a woman's life. That is horrifying. If Trump was reelected, it would be devastating for women's healthcare.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T T-Bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
U.S. Supreme Court reversed a 5-year-old ban on gun accessories known as bump stocks, enacted after the 2017 Las Vegas mass shooting. The court's conservative majority found that a bump stock, which allows a shooter to quickly fire a semi-automatic rifle, does not convert the firearm into a machine gun. CBS correspondent Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
The Supreme Court struck down a Trump-era ban on bump stocks. The conservative majority found that the Trump administration overstepped when it banned the gun accessories that allow a rate of fire comparable to machine guns.
They're really saying the ATF, you went out of your lane. Congress could, if they wanted to, as a legislative matter, decide to ban bump stocks.
The move to outlaw bump stocks came after a gunman in Las Vegas fired more than 1,000 rounds at a 2017 country music festival from a casino hotel suite in 11 minutes. His semi-automatic rifles equipped with bump stocks. Writing for the majority, Justice Clarence Thomas detailed how the ATF on more than 10 separate occasions and over several administrations concluded that a semi-automatic rifle equipped with a bump stock is not a machine gun because it cannot fire more than one shot by a single function of the trigger. Justice Sonia Sotomayor and the dissent sharply disagreed, stressing a rifle equipped with a bump stock can fire at a rate of 400 to 800 rounds per minute. Writing, when I see a bird that walks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, I call that bird a duck.
What the court did today is really rolling back what otherwise is important progress to be made to prevent gun violence in America.
Friday's Supreme Court ruling doesn't mean bump stocks are now legal nationwide. 17 states and the District of Columbia currently have laws banning them. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
In a statement following the Supreme Court's decision, President Biden called on Congress to ban bump stocks and pass an assault weapons ban. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said Democrats are ready to enact a federal ban, but need Republican support. But it's certainly heating up in the Coulee region, and that means most often applying some sunscreen. Your weekend forecast plus one sunscreen brand recall that's underway right after this.
Every day we battle illegal drugs coming into our community.
And we know the attacks on Tammy Baldwin are not true.
Tammy's working with law enforcement to stop the flow of fentanyl.
She brought Democrats and Republicans together
to crack down on drugs coming from China and Mexico,
giving us more tools to fight drug smugglers.
And Tammy voted 32 times to strengthen the border.
Don't believe the attacks.
It's Tammy Baldwin I trust to keep Wisconsin safe.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Get an 11% rebate on your bathroom project at Menards. Create your dream bathroom with Sterling tubs and showers. They'll fit your style and budget and are easy to clean. Get this ensemble shower for $669.99 after rebate. Complete your bathroom with our entire selection of Dakota vanities. They feature generous interior storage and come in a variety of styles and finishes. Get this sliding barn door vanity for $168.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Reed and Chelsea along with you. And you're like, man, what a shame it all. And I said, Chelsea, it's summer though. And you can agree to do things when they get to you first. Like in February, when you're shack wacky, you're like, absolutely, we'll go do that. And then you get to July and you're like, I wish we had a break. I wish we had a weekend that we had a break.
I need a moment.
We don't live in a state or an area where you have 9 months of the year.
No.
So what you get with it.
There's a beauty to it though, Reed.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Better Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Skincare company Suntegrity is recalling some of its sunscreen foundation due to possible mold contamination. The FDA said 9 lots of Impeccable Skin sunscreen foundation are being pulled from shelves. No adverse reactions have been reported, but consumers are advised to stop using the product and request a refund. Las Vegas-based Suntegrity says all of their products passed initial testing, but later product separation caused the contamination. A brand of mattresses are being recalled because of a fire hazard. The mattresses are marketed under the Napqueen brand name and were sold before October 2023. Models include the Sleep Victoria Cooling Gel and Pocket Coil Hybrid. The problem is they do not meet federal fire safety requirements. This manufacturer is offering a free cover, which Napqueen will send free to affected customers. The mattresses are the type that are compressed in a box and then shipped. They were sold by retailers like Amazon, Walmart, Target, and Home Depot.
Well, Father's Day is not all too bad. Actually, Saturday's looking a lot better with the rain chances not as high as what we thought earlier this week. Unfortunately, Sunday, especially Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon, there's a different story coming. Pattern-wise, we've been stuck under this kind of west-northwest, so it's kept us fairly seasonal, cool at times, a little warmer at times, and storm track generally focused on our area a little bit. That's going to change as the jet begins to dip to the west and really bring down some cold air for this time of year. We're going to put that jet all the way up to the north, which means we're going to get hot and humid for at least a period of time before that jet gets closer and maybe we can cool down. So that's the pattern that we're going to be changing right now. For tomorrow, we're just looking at maybe some afternoon showers. It's getting less and less likely everything gets pushed back to the northwest. The best chance for rain is going to be Saturday night, early Sunday. Showers and thunderstorms. Could be some heavy rainfall with that, but then it turns hot and humid for Sunday afternoon once the sun comes out, and that'll be the story for the next few days. But overnight, just increasing clouds, still comfortable. Dew point still fairly low, so temperatures will still get back down into the lower 50s, the coldest spots. Other places, upper 50s near 60. All that rain activity to the west will stay there, so we're not expecting anything through about Saturday at 10 o'clock. Everything will be to the west. Now, in the afternoon, these bands are going to try to make it up, so maybe some sprinkles northwest of Eau Claire towards the afternoon time frame. But as you go further south, less than activities be expected. In fact, some areas further south may not see as much cloud cover, so the temperatures could get up to near 80 down there, while up to the north, we'll still see this light rain throughout the afternoon. Very light. Then as we go towards the evening, we start seeing more showers and thunderstorms to the southwest begin to develop. That's when I think we'll see more after about 7 to 8 p.m. one line, and then a whole bunch of activity begins to develop to the south. Now, rainfall amounts, not much of anything through 9 p.m. Maybe a tenth, less than that as you go further south, maybe a trace. So not as wet as we thought for Saturday afternoon. Severe thrust is not there also. Now we have a bigger system coming Saturday night into Sunday. A big complex develops to the southwest of Iowa, and it kind of circulates. You see it rotating through. That's going to provide a widespread area of showers and thunderstorms somewhere in the area. It could be southern Wisconsin, central Wisconsin, or northeast. It kind of rotates through. But once it does, by about noon, we may see a little bit of redevelopment once this kind of heats up in the afternoon. We'll keep an eye on that, but for right now, that's a low chance. Otherwise, people will see more clear skies, or at least partly cloudy skies, and that south wind bin to pick up, which means the heat's going to be coming. Significant rainfall we'll have to keep. I mentioned heavier rainfall. If that track's down there 1.5 inches, that track could change, but there could be an area that gets up to 2 inches, maybe Saturday night and Sunday. For the air show, not that bad Saturday temperature-wise. Unfortunately, Sunday, definitely going to get the humidity and heat index coming up towards the afternoon with reaching in the upper 80s to near 90s. So it'll definitely feel muggy out there. But overall for Eau Claire, we're looking at similar type of stories. Some storms in the morning, but then clearing in the afternoon, getting back up to 85. So that's what we're looking for as we go out throughout the period. But for tonight, just looking at 50 degrees, very comfortable conditions for your nighttime. Then as we go to the 8-day forecast, we're looking at thunderstorms Saturday night, and then a humid air mass lasts until about Tuesday.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers were back in action looking for a win over the rival Reds. Plus a couple of our area standouts hitting the track out west at Nike Outdoor Nationals. Rob's got it all next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
and Stripes sale is going on now. Don't miss these furniture hot buys, now only $7.99. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase in-store only. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin. But this was my childhood home. Graduated East High. Became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a fourth-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Hey, bowling fans, ground-pounding horsepower returns to Recreation Park June 20th, 21st, and 22nd for the 49th Annual Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals. Toma welcomes the National Tractor Pullers Association for 3 days of action-packed pulling on 2 tracks for 5 sessions of high-horsepower Grand National truck and tractor pulling. Tickets and more information available at tomatractorpull.com. Again, go to tomatractorpull.com for all the information you need. June 20th through 22nd, it's the Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals, Recreation Park, Toma, Wisconsin. Be there.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
It's been a week to remember for some of our area athletes. Aquinas and Oliva Strum both bringing home state baseball titles. And now the focus shifts out west to the Nike Outdoor Nationals. Onalaska making history earlier this week. Let's check those out. There we go. Blake Bernstad looking to keep that momentum going in the 800-meter championship. Bernstad in the back row, far left. We're in the white tank with Team Anna written across the chest. The Hilltopper hanging on. Bernstad right there at the midway point. And here he is taking the lead on the second lap. Bernstad leading his heat with about 100 meters to go, but Blake empties the tank a bit too early. Still an impressive showing from the senior. He finished third in his heat, 14th overall out of 58 runners. But how about a new PR for the Anna standout? Bernstad comes in at 1:52.21. Tomorrow, Onalaska's Max Erdman will try the triple jump at 11 a.m. Cade will let you know how he did at 6. Another stud from our area was looking to finish in the top 10. There we go. Eau Claire Memorial's Parker Dewey in the final heat of the 800-meter championship. Dewey doing everything he can to make that happen. Down the stretch, can't even see him in the frame, but Dewey goes all out the final 20 meters, finishes in third in his own heat. That final push gets him into the top 10. Dewey finishes 8th overall with a time of 1:51.65. On the diamond tonight, the Loggers looking to snap their 4-game skid, but La Crosse is on the verge of dropping their 5th straight. It's 12-10 Minot currently in the 9th. Loggers might not be home until next Thursday, but the Lumberyard will be the place to be this weekend as the La Crosse Steam make their long-awaited debut. The team's franchise opener is tomorrow evening as they welcome the Madison Nightmares to town. First pitch scheduled for 6:35. Brewers back in action, taking on the rival Reds at home, and in the third, it's Willie Contreras with the equalizer. Willie hits this one a long way. Solo shot to center, ties it at 1. Reds respond, though. Jonathan India is going to slash one the other way here. That's going to give Cincinnati the lead. Ellie De La Cruz would add one more with an RBI triple. That made it 3-1. And then in the 5th, this one, an absolute no-doubter to right center. 2-run blast puts the Reds up 4. Brewers would fight all the way back to cut the deficit to just 1, but in the 9th, tying run at third. What in the world is Blake Perkins thinking? He bunts it up in the air. That ends the game. A brutal ending for the Crew. Brewers make it interesting in the 9th, but they come up short in the series opener, 6-5. Twins at home taking on the A's, and have yourself a night. Max Kepler, Minnesota down 3 until Kepler connects on this one in the 6th. That ties the game at 4. And then in the 10th, let's go home. Kepler does it again, this time finding a hole on the right side. That gets through. Carlos Correa comes in to score. Twins walk it off in the 9th as they win their 3rd straight game, 6-5. The final over Oakland. What in the world was Blake Perkins thinking?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, if it works,
I wish I knew.
It's great, right? If
yeah,
it
it's
works,
genius.
gets the tying run in, catch him off guard a little bit, but there was so much momentum. Swing the bat.
Absolutely.
You know, the reliever, I mean, the closer there is struggling. Diaz, swing the bat.
Yeah, I mean, a couple batters before walked in a run, and then Jackson Chourio took a fastball over the plate to get 1 run home. Jake Bowers was called out at the plate, which would have tied it. So again, like you said, Diaz not his sharpest stuff, and 2 outs. I mean, maybe if it's 1 out, you try the squeeze. And I mean, Perkins has good speed, but I mean, come on. Yeah.
It's a bad idea, and I think what makes it worse is the actual outcome, popping it up to the pitcher. I can see if you get it dragged down first base line. You barely get caught at first, but it's it was such a demoralizing, kind of deflating loss after such an exciting
deflating
inning.
is the perfect word, because that was such a huge rally in that 9th inning. That is not the way you want. And Pat Murphy on the broadcast, I don't know if he's talked about it yet, but he looked confused.
Yeah.
So I don't think a bunt call was called.
No, I don't think so either. So tough loss.
The Reds have won like 9 of 11.
They have. They're getting hot.
Yeah, they are. So. But the Brewers still 11 games over 500.
Absolutely. And I want to apologize to those Blue Angels from earlier. I love you guys.
It's all love.
Just joking around. But my cats do really, they can't stand you.
So yeah, they haven't adjusted.
They're having a tough week.
I feel like they would need the Blue Angels to be around all the time to kind of get used to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
They're tough.
They'll make it through.
They'll be all right.
Thanks, Rob. We got more news right after this.
It's the summer sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Get up to 30% off regular prices. This Leslie sofa is just $9.99, and this Spindrift dining set is $12.99. Get savings throughout the showroom during the summer sale at Home Furniture.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley Davidson. If you haven't been in this year, consider this your invitation to stop by. We'll be grilling out food, have special prizes for pre-registered guests, and test rides on the all-new Street Glide, Road Glide, and other 2024 models. Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, I want to invite you to stop into Great River Harley Davidson.
You know what frustrates me is seeing people who are 50, 60, even 70 years old who are worth less today than they were the day they were born. How does this happen? These folks never learned money management. I love talking about money management at Firefighters Credit Union, so if you'd like to learn more, please give me a call.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
During the summer patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts, get up to 40% off regular prices on portion patio purchases, like this 6-piece patio dining set for just $18.89. Summer patio sale going on now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
An 85-year-old Pennsylvania woman is keeping her head in the clouds with no sign of stopping. Kim Emmons-Knorr is a skydiver traveling around the United States. With well over 600 jumps already under her belt, she's aiming for an even loftier goal.
Free falling is a lifelong pursuit for 85-year-old Kim Emmons-Knorr.
Yes, that was wonderful.
And at the Pegasus Skydiving Center in Monroe County, she landed her 671st jump.
It was really, really fun. I just love to be in the sky.
And floating through it.
Aside from surviving it,
Yeah.
just what makes an enjoyable parachute jump?
I think to jump with friends.
Kim, sponsored by the International Skydiving Museum and Hall of Fame, which she was inducted into in 2013.
So this is it. This is what you're traveling
What I
around
travel around in, yeah.
Is touring the country in the RV, making jumps at places like Pegasus to gain the coveted gold wings for 1,000 lifetime jumps. Her first, January 1959 over Chicago.
The first jump, I took down a lot of power lines.
You did yourself?
No, I got over the power lines, but my chute brought the power lines down.
She quickly found her wings, grabbing headlines and dropping to the top of her class.
The gold medal for the World Championship in 1962.
At the same time, meeting husband, a fellow jumper and Yugoslavian defector during the Cold War.
It was such a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I'm so
much.
glad I was here to watch you.
Becoming an inspiration along the way, especially for Bethlehem Zion Yara, who just landed her first jump.
Hearing her story was such a motivation. You know, I was like, you know what, this is my first time.
Yes. Oh,
and I hope it's
gosh.
one of many.
And as Kim climbs to her goal, she leaves us with a message that lands.
We have a lot of responsibilities with life, and we're always looking for a release to go have fun. I mean, that's all part of living, is the fun.
Heck of a mindset right there. Nor didn't say what's next after she gets her gold wings, but it's pretty likely she'll keep on soaring. Congrats to her, man. Brave. Greg's going to have one final look of your weekend forecast when we come back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're headed across town or across the country, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care during our summer tire sale. Right now, buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings on any set of 4. New 5 quarts of Blaine's brand full synthetic motor oil, $23.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. Plus, this Generac portable generator, $300 off. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Stressless by Eckerness. The most comfortable seating in the world is more comfortable than ever. It's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain. Every year, Eckerness updates styles and leathers, and that means outstanding values. And now we're passing these savings on to you. It's time for you to enjoy the incredible comfort of a stressless sofa or recliner in your home. Now at fantastic savings. A stressless recliner is your place. A place to relax, a place to unwind. Stressless furniture on sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Right now, in a Hardee's kitchen near you, there's somebody hand-breading 100% white meat fillets to make you small batch golden fried chicken from scratch for a taste that's pure tender love and goodness down to the very last crumb. Hardee's new hand-breaded tender platter, 100% white meat tenders served with garlic toast, fries, slaw, and an ice-cold beverage. Order ahead on the Hardee's app.
Maury's VW has all the latest Volkswagens with new product arriving daily, including the new 2024 Volkswagen SUV lineup, the large and very spacious Atlas and Atlas Crossport, the perfect size family-friendly Volkswagen Tiguan, and the practical, economical Volkswagen Taos. As always, you don't need to travel far to have your Volkswagen serviced. Come in for your test drive today at Maury's Volkswagen.
Well, we do have some rain chances coming in for Saturday, maybe in the afternoon and more closer to Eau Claire or northward, but everyone starts getting wet as we go into Sunday, Saturday night into Sunday morning. Then it's going to get hot and humid for the rest of Sunday, and that humid air mass stays over the area through at least Tuesday with periodic rain chances going throughout the rest of the week. Maybe a slow cool down towards the end of the week, but really definitely prepare for the hot and humid conditions from Sunday through Tuesday.
Yeah, it sure looks to be a scorcher coming
Sure
up.
does. You're still thinking about that bunt, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. 2 outs,
No
you don't
more
bunt.
bunting.
At
No
least
more.
try and put the ball in play with a swing.
Let's
You're a
bounce back.
pro.
We'll bounce back.
Have a good weekend, everybody.